Hey guys, it's Charlie, and today I am in the US. I'm currently sitting in a rental car, as you can see. I'm not too far from my house, but I just got back from the airport and I parked my car, well, not my car. I parked this rental car like not too far from my house so I can make this video, because I know that if I do this video in front of my house, my mom's gonna see me parked in front and she's gonna be wanting to, like, you know, do her little mom thing. So I just wanted to make this video because I just had probably one of the best flights in my life. Like, most of my flights have been really good, like decent, you know, normal flight. But this flight was really special to me because I was walking away from what I thought was something really good. I was preparing for something really good, and I thought that that really good thing had come, and so I was really excited. But I was disappointed and let down, and I thought that that good thing was the good thing, but then now that I'm here in the US, I realized that I thought too soon. The good thing is coming, and I'm really excited to be prepared for that. And it's really unfortunate when you're such a good, nice person and you really try your best to be genuine and to keep high spirits and, you know, to spread that love to other people. And then it's really disappointing and it's really draining when you're let down in the same way every single time. And I can see why people break down and they get angry and they, you know, just break down. And I realized that I didn't want to be that person, that I didn't want to be the person that let other people's disappointments ruin them and turn them into a bad person, into an evil person, or all of that. So I really do my best to try and keep you know, keep myself in that positive state. But when people let you down, or when the things that you hoped for don't go the way you expected, it's really easy. Now I see that it's really easy to turn bad very quickly. And if there's anything I can say in this video, it's to not let those little instances break you, or that one person change things for you. On the way back to the US, I was thinking this is going to be a long flight, because not even an hour had passed and it felt like 4. There was this girl that I had, for some reason, she was on my mind. She was a flight attendant, and I just couldn't, like, right when I saw her, there was something about her that kept, I don't know what it was, and that's not like a bisexual thing. And so I decided finally, when I went to the restroom, to get up and ask her how long she's been a flight attendant, because it's been on my mind for a while. Like, what I do, you know, a year here, a year there, is really perfect for me. But the one job that I can't imagine myself doing is being a flight attendant. I don't know what it was about her when I first got on the plane, but I was like, I need to ask her this question. And so I was like, I went to the restroom and I was waiting, so I decided to finally talk to her. And I said, how long have you been a flight attendant? And she said, actually, this is my first flight. And I was like, oh, cool. Well, that's perfect. Like, cool. And I started asking her about, like, the job, and there was another lady there who had been there a little bit longer than her, I think, and they started telling me, like, how I can apply and how the job interview is and things like that. And I was like, that's so cool. It was like the perfect timing for me to ask. And they gave me a book title to look up to become a flight attendant. It's not something that like I'm gonna do like right away. And then the lady that I was sitting next to, she started talking to me, and somehow she brought up Japan, and I was like, oh cool, I was supposed to go to Japan this year, and it turned out that my application was late, so yeah, but I'm planning on going back to Korea. And she said, oh yeah, I saw your passport cover and I was wondering about that. And so we started talking, and she's older than me. She's probably in her 40s, I'd say, maybe 45, and she was telling me how she wanted to go to Japan, and her husband is in the military, and how she told him like, no, like I want to go to Japan. And so he finally retired, and they went to Japan together, because she said that if they didn't go to Japan, she was going by herself. And so I thought that was really cute, and we talked for a while. We talked most of the flight. I mean, the flight is only like 3.5 hours. I was already feeling like this is a long, long flight. But she sparked that conversation, and we started talking about a lot of different things, and I was just really trying to hold on to that little spark inside of me that I knew was still there, because, you know, I never give up hope that people are good people, you know, like, and I really try to give people the benefit of the doubt until they prove me wrong. And just feeling like the same disappointment each time, it can really start to get to you, you know, like when there's just this one thing that you need from people, and that one thing gets broken and damaged, it's hard to keep your head up, you know. So I was sitting on this flight, and we're talking, and she brings up like that she's a teacher in Japan, and I was like, that's so cool, you know, like I'm a teacher, I go wherever, you know, I feel I'm led to go. And she brought up the teaching certificate, and I've been really wanting to do my teaching. I have a teaching certificate, but I want to get my kind of like license or certified in the US, because then I'll have even more benefits and more advantage compared to other people. It's been on my mind, but then she brought it up, and then it was kind of like confirmation that I do need to get that teaching license or certification in the US, and it'll put me at a bigger advantage. And so we're talking, and she's giving me all these tips and all these tricks to like how to get my license and for teaching. And we had this really good conversation, and she asked me if I liked Mexico, and I was like, I love Mexico. Like, Mexico is my home. Like, I always hear all of these negative things about Mexico, and like about the country, about the people, and I'm not gonna let little tiny details mess up my amazing memory of Mexico. And coming back to the US is really hard, and it was a really kind of like last minute decision. I decided this morning, that it was time to come back. I tell her my whole story of like what's been on my mind, and because she asked me, and like what brought me this time, you know, this short time to Mexico. And I told her the story of what had happened, and she was like, you made the right decision. She told me that I made the right decision, and that she can tell that I'm headed on the right path. And just that conversation with her was just, it really touched me. It's really nice when people like pull through for you at the last minute, like, you know. And I'm trying to stay positive, and then here are positive people reassuring me and reaffirming that I'm making the right decisions for my life. And, you know, sometimes like I take risks to see if, you know, maybe this time, you know, things will go right. And then when that one time you think the things are going right and they're not, it's hard, you know. And then I was actually, before this whole conversation started, I was sitting, it was before I even started talking to the lady, I was sitting there thinking that this is like, being on a plane is in between life. Like, it's like the in-between, and it's like that space that you need to yourself. To me, in my mind, like, I never thought about it this way until this flight, and I feel like it was exactly what I needed. When you're in the air, it's like you're in the in-between, and I never thought of it like this, but it's like down below you are all the people worried about their daily lives, trying to make ends meet, and, you know, trying to live and work for their families and work for themselves and, you know, do something on this earth. And then above you, you have the sky, and you have what people would consider heaven or Summerland, or, you know, some other dimension or whatever, you know, wherever your soul goes when you die. And it's like you're in this in-between, you know. And I was just thinking how relieving it is to be in the in-between. And I don't know if any other travelers have experienced that peace. And so this flight was amazing therapy for me, reassuring, reaffirming that I'm on the right path, that everything that I had been working for up till now is on its way. Things have been getting so good, so good for me. And people think that, like, my life is perfect, that, you know, like I'm just living the life, but I work really hard for what I do, for where I am, and I'm not perfect, and I don't have the perfect life. I have the life that I love, like, that I want right now, and I'm working for a better life, you know. But I think my subscribers think I'm, like, rich, and that, like, my life is just set, and it's not that way, you know. I really do try my hardest to do the best for me, and I'm not, like, rich at all. I do my YouTube videos, and I make just enough to survive, like, just enough, you know, in Mexico, to survive in Mexico. So I've been seeing the little pieces of happiness in different people, you know, like the lady on the plane, my mom, you know, pulling through for me when, you know, she doesn't have much, and I can't let the evil in people bring that good out of me and let it die, you know. Like, I can't let the good inside of me go. And I guess that's one of the things about travel, is you find those moments that are just so memorable. So I'm really excited to share this next part of my life with you guys. I'm just really relieved that that flight was the thing that I needed to realize that my life is going in the right direction. And I've been making a lot of videos, but I feel like there's always something new to talk about, something new to share. I hope that you guys get a chance to experience the in-between sometime, because it's not often that the in-between is so uplifting. This was the first really uplifting flight I've had, but it came at the exact time that I needed it to be reassured. So thank you guys so much for watching and following my journey. I have so much to share with you guys. I have good news, and people who are not watching this video through are gonna miss out on the first time I mention it, but I have an interview on Tuesday for the EPIC program. During the time that I needed it the most, I received the email that my application went through, and I got the interview. So now that I have the interview, I feel like, you know, relief. And my subscribers have been so dear to my heart, especially on my travels and my experiences. I always can't wait to tell you guys what's going on with me. So thank you guys for watching and subscribing, and maybe one day I'll see you on a flight in the in-between. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.